Hey, Scruffy. How you doing? Oh, coming in, huh? So, how's your leg? So yesterday, Scruffy was waddling or seemed a little unstable. I think the fur he's shedding is, it's just making it hard for him to walk. So it looks better today. I brought out a pair of scissors at lunch. I was wondering if it would scare Scruffy again. So Scruffy seems to be okay with the scissors there. I didn't actually try cutting anything, but yeah, since his walking's a little better, I might not try. But if the opportunity presents itself, maybe I'll give it a shot. The problem is that he gets terrified by any change, and a couple years ago when I first brought out the scissors, he just freaked out from a distance. I don't even think he knows what they are, but he just freaked out. Because I was just putting them on a table, and he didn't want to get anywhere near me. And it was weird for a couple days, I think. So the problem with this clump of fur is it's underneath his body, so it's not easy for me to reach and snip. So I was hoping, so a couple years ago, he was dragging a long kind of rope of fur behind him, and so I thought I could just kind of sneak a clip while he was walking away or something, since it was dragging so far behind him, I wouldn't even be that close to him. But the problem with this one is, it's right under him, and it seems to get twisted under his left back leg every now and then. It's like yesterday. So it seems to go back and forth between being twisted around his leg and dangling between his two legs. So today it looks like it's just dangling between the two legs. So yesterday he was, when I first started petting him, he kind of fell. Looked like he took a tumble, like his right leg looked like it wasn't carrying its weight, and I thought maybe he tripped on the brush, but in hindsight, I'm thinking he's a bit twisted up with fur. I reviewed the footage from last night, and so I was worried maybe he injured his leg, but looking at the footage, I think it's just the awkwardness of the fur. Unfortunately, he doesn't trust me enough to get under him. So I brought out the scissors just to see if he'd freak out today. So I left it on the floor inside the house when I opened the door so he could see it. And then I brought it out at lunch, and he didn't freak out. I left it out here, so I was thinking if he's stalking this area, he might rub against it and claim it as his own, so he gets used to it. I'm going to have to bring it in tonight, though, because if you remember a long time ago, I used to have a really nice double-sided pet brush, which disappeared overnight one night. I really missed that brush. It was a really nice brush. And I can only guess that some animal stole it. So I'm thinking maybe there's a pack rat that took it, or maybe the raccoons for some reason wanted it. And I also have a theory maybe Scruffy hated the brush so much that he stole it and hid it somewhere, but I don't think Scruffy's that smart. And he did hate the brush. So that was he got used, that was that transition period, so he started liking the brush at the very end, but yeah, it was so if you go back to the early videos, I started with shower brush and I force brush him from a distance while he was eating, and he hated that. And then eventually, I learned that actually from another YouTube channel. I think it was Lucky Ferals, and in her channel, yeah, she started brushing a feral cat with a shower brush, and within about 2 minutes, maybe less, the cat started liking it. It's a instant convert. Scruffy, not so lucky, so it took me about 5-ish months, maybe more, before he'd tolerate the brush. And at a certain point, I transitioned from the shower brush to the shorter double-sided brush. I thought maybe he'd like the shorter double-sided brush. It had a very nice. So one of the sides had a very nice softness to it, and then the other side had kind of long, stiff plastic bristles with a ball at the end. So it can go in deep, but it doesn't like catch easily, so it doesn't yank hard. It just kind of goes through very nice, especially for long fur. So I thought maybe just touch-wise, Scruffy might enjoy that brush a little more. And I thought it was a really nice brush. Got it at Walmart. I need to go back to Walmart someday and order online, but like they charge way more for the brush, I think, online. And then I think the few times I looked at it, they were out of stock or something. But I haven't been to Walmart in a while, so it's located kind of far, so it's an inconvenient trip for me. So I usually need create a big giant shopping list before I go. The problem is, yeah, Walmart ships, so a lot of times I can just buy it online and buy something from Walmart online and don't have to worry about driving all the way out there. So that makes me go to Walmart even less frequently, because a lot of times I can get it online and the item I don't think is marked up a lot when you buy it online. Depends on the item. But yeah, for some reason that brush, yeah, for some reason I was having a hard time getting it. I think it's probably all lockdown related, supply chains disrupted, that type of thing. So, speaking of long shopping trips, I went to the faraway Costco today. I'm actually having a mediocre day because one of the things I bought a whole bunch of boxes of raisins. I buy the raisins there because they actually sell the non-organic ones, which are cheaper than the organic ones. And I complained before. I tried the organic ones. Both are made by Sunmade, organic and non-organic. And I remember the organic ones were really anemic. They were just all skin. Couldn't believe how bad they were. And they were more expensive. So I said, I'm not buying those again. So anyway, I'm having a mediocre day because I bought a bunch of boxes, and when I got home, I was missing a box. But I checked my receipt, and I was charged for all the boxes. So somewhere between the checkout and packing my car, I lost an entire box. So basically, I just threw away about $10 down the drain for nothing. And I'm really irked, and I've been running through my head all day since I got back. How did I lose a whole box of raisins? I can't figure it out. It's driving me nuts, and I'm really angry for my, stupidity. So the first problem, probably the major problem, was I put it on the bottom of the shopping cart because I haven't been to that Costco in several months now, and I bought out the store. That was a really expensive trip. So that's another reason I'm not happy that I just threw away $10 for nothing. But yeah, I needed the extra space, so I was putting things on the bottom, and I'm thinking maybe the box fell off at the checkout stand, and since I can't see the counter is blocking my view, maybe it fell off next to the checkout stand on the other side, and when I pulled away the cart, I didn't see the box had fallen on the floor or something. That's my best guess. Feed Scruffy now. Okay. And I did check the shopping cart before I returned the shopping cart to the return area. I always make sure I don't leave anything in the cart, so I know I didn't leave the box there. And I got all the other boxes of raisins. They're all together. So another possibility is the box fell off the cart while I was pushing it to the parking lot, and I didn't notice. It's possible since I might have been, looking at the street instead of the bottom of the cart. Kind of wish, somebody would have pointed that out if they, saw me drop an entire box of raisins. But I don't know. People aren't as friendly as they used to be. But I don't know. It seems like I should have been able to see or hear a box of raisins fall out of the cart. The most likely spot would be they have those bumps. Those I guess they slow down cars right at the perimeter of the road and where the store starts, and you have to drag the shopping cart over that. So when I went all over those bumps, maybe that's when I lost the box. That's the only thing I can think of. Or I did something stupid and maybe I moved the box from the shopping cart and didn't put it in the trunk, but I put it on top of the car or something, and then maybe I drove away and the box fell off, but I don't think I did that. I'm usually behind the car, behind the trunk, so I wouldn't really be able to put anything on top of the car. So, anyway. So I'm looking at I'm figuring on the idea of cutting the fur off Scruffy, but yeah, he's kind of on top of the fur I can't reach, so I'm not even going to try. So anyway, at lunch, I talked about the scissors. I didn't really want to push it, but I wanted to see how Scruffy would react to the scissors, and he did okay. Hey Scruffy, how you doing? So I have a pair of scissors there. I want to see if you get freaked out. Last night you were not locking so well. But it looks like your fur is no longer wrapped around your legs, so maybe you're okay. I'm going to bring out the scissors anyway. Put it right next to the brush. Okay. Put the food on the table. Get the glove. And Okay, so Scruffy is not freaked out about the scissors yet. Although, since Scruffy seems to be walking okay now, I might not push it. I was getting concerned for might be cutting off circulation or something. But I think Scruffy's okay now. So maybe we'll just let the fur drop off naturally. So if I have an opportunity, I'll try to take it. But one problem right now is the dangling fur is not trailing behind Scruffy. It's under him, so it's hard to reach without Scruffy cooperating. Okay, let's get your food. Tonight's dinner is mini pate with real Asian whitefish, kibble, and rotisserie chicken scraps. It's the last of the can of the mini pate, so I'm gonna pull out another flavor tomorrow. I think it'll be the super supper. So anyway, yeah, I've been annoyed by the loss of the box of raisins all day, or since I got back. It's been on my mind. So it's a mediocre day because of that. I almost had a really, really bad day. I'm glad I didn't have a really bad day. So I went for a bike ride late this afternoon. I cut it a little short just because I didn't have as much time because my shopping trip today. But on my final hill climb, I didn't see it, but I almost ran over a fairly large snake, and I don't know what kind of snake it was. It might have been a dangerous one though. There was some patterning on it that made me think it could have been poisonous or venomous. Fortunately, it did not strike. It was on the edge of the trail. I almost ran over it because I was a little bit to the side of the edge, or kind of on the side of the trail. The problem with that section of the trail is there's a lot of shadows, so there's a lot of trees, but they don't cover everything, so there's a lot of sunlight that gets through, and then a lot of sunlight that gets blocked by some branches. And then there's also a lot of debris on the ground from all the storm, all the storms that we had. And so I didn't see the snake until I was almost right on top of it. And then I suddenly noticed it was kind of folded up, kind of like it was flat on the ground. It was not coiled, but it was like a letter S on the ground, or a letter M, or W. So it was kind of wrapped around like that. And I think it was just sunbathing and trying to warm up from the sun. So I'm thinking it wasn't very active yet, even though it was a pretty warm day. and it was getting late, so I thought, yeah, probably by now the snake should have been active, but I got lucky, and the snake really didn't react as I suddenly noticed it and swerved to make sure I didn't run over it or get too. I mean, I was already too close to it. I was very concerned it might strike as I was trying to pull away. Since I was going uphill, I'm not moving very fast, and so I don't have a lot. And I also don't have a lot of maneuverability without falling over. But yeah, I got lucky, and snake didn't do anything. It if it did strike, I don't know what it would go after. So my understanding is snakes see mostly through infrared, so they're looking at heat. So I'm not sure if there are maybe hotter parts of my bicycle just because things are moving and causing friction. So there might have been a chance the snake would have struck my bicycle instead of my leg or my body, but it's hard to say. I think my body was also hot because it's a warm day and I'm sweating. So I almost had a really bad day. So I'm very glad I didn't have a bad day. Saw on the news a little while back, and it's like probably the last few months. Was it San Francisco? I forgot. Yeah, there was a guy. I think he was a tech CEO, and he got stabbed, and he was stumbling on the street, crying out for help for somebody to call an ambulance or get him some help, and some security footage. So the security footage was released, and so that's what I saw. But yeah, nobody came to his aid, and he died. So I'm thinking, if I got bit by a snake, I'm not sure if anyone would help me. Not that I live in the same area, but I don't know. I remember last time I looked for a park ranger at that park, though. I couldn't find him, so I'd probably be in trouble. I was trying to help that kid that crashed into a gate. Okay, folks, thanks for watching. See you next time.